portion. Paul had more problems than you and I, and he says it's just a light affliction. And he gives us two reasons, actually three reasons right here, why it's a light affliction. First of all, he says, our light affliction, which is but for a moment. Boy, this is important. See, this is just a way of thinking. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter. You know, the doctor says I'm going to die. It's just for a moment. Just for a moment. That's right. So what if you get healed? You're going to die again anyway. You know, this friend of mine, Dave Hinton. Dave Hinton he was in the hospital, and the doctor was telling him he's going to die. And Dave was just praising God, and he wasn't bothered. And he was believing God. And this doctor says, you aren't taking this seriously. You're going to die. And Dave looked at him and says, you are too. And it just, doctors look, and he says, I know where I'm going. Do you know where you're going? And he just started witnessing to it. Amen. But I mean, we make such a big deal. I'm going to die. Well, we're all going to die. It's a part of the fall. You know, you could live 70, 80, 100 years or whatever, but you're going to die unless Jesus comes back in our lifetime. What's the big deal? You don't ever go there. You don't ever go past that. It's just like death is something you never deal with. You avoid it and you keep pushing it down the road. And well, I've got plenty of years left, and you don't deal with it. You need to deal with it. We're all going to be gone somewhere, and you don't need to be so afraid of dying. Right. Amen. Amen. Again, I know some of you are thinking, man, this is strange. That's because you have a different philosophy. To you, it's all about preserving this life. Man, if you listened to James Dobson yesterday, wasn't that great? And what's important, all of these things that you've got in your retirement, whether you have a ATV and all of these things, man, that stuff is, I mean, it's okay in its place, but it's only what we do for the Lord. And if you were thinking the way that Paul thought, Paul said in Philippians chapter 1, verse 21, for me to live is Christ and to die is gain. I'm having a hard time staying here because I have such a desire to go and be with Christ. That's the right philosophy. When you get like that to where you are so excited about the Lord that, man, Jesus, I want to see you. Then the doctor comes up and says you're going to die. It's all you could do to keep from just reaching up and giving him a kiss. That's awesome. Man, I could see Jesus today, or I'm going to get healed and rub the devil's nose in it. Either way, I win. See, when you just start looking at things in the light of eternity and put it in its proper context, we're only going to be living here for like a snap of the finger compared to eternity. The stuff that's happening here is not that big of a deal.